Hello, friends. Hello. Welcome to yet another episode of Tea Talk with me, Owen Fernandez. I wish you all a good morning, good afternoon, and a good evening wherever in the world you are. I hope and pray that you are safe and happy. Today is the 16th of December, 2021. We are slowly approaching the end of this year, and I'm not sure how the year has been. For me, it was extremely challenging. But nevertheless, I believe in hope, I believe in faith, I believe that the coming year would bring something new, something fresh, something positive. Nevertheless, friends, the topic for today is how to make work more enjoyable. We are on episode number 66. So let me start by saying this. Writer Annie Dillard famously once said, "How we spend our days is how we spend our lives." Friends, think about it. For many of us, a large portion of our day is spent at work, professionally or otherwise. In fact, studies show, and it's very true, an average person will spend around 90,000 hours or roughly around 10,300 days at work over a lifetime. Now, if you do a little bit of calculation, you will find out that almost 67 to 70% of our lives we are called to work in some form or the other. So it's safe to say that the work or the job that you do can make a huge impact on the quality of your life. Think about it. Friends, contrary to popular belief, I believe that we can be happy if we choose to be happy, both in work and in life. There are two criteria here. First of all, you have to believe that there is a possibility for you to enjoy your work. And secondly, you need to make a conscious choice to choose happiness over and above everything. I'll slowly and steadily come back to what I'm talking about. It's a given fact that we cannot control everything at work or in life. But what we can control is how we perceive things, how we see things, and how well we can manage those things. We cannot change everything at once. We need to make changes in small, tiny installments. In fact, in small choices that we make on a daily basis. Friends, this can only happen when we are ready to shift our mindset. Now, also, I do understand that not everyone will have a great workplace or a conducive working environment. Of course, then to add to the fact, we have got the corona crisis, we are working from home, we have issues concerning work and all the related things that are associated with this pandemic. And in addition to that, there's also going to be a lot of competition. There will be politics that one has to face at work. But if we have a positive mindset, then all these things will look very trivial. Think about it. The more the positive mindset, the less will be our distraction. So, if you want to enjoy work, think about it. All you need is a change in your mindset. So, in this episode, friends, I will share 7 simple ways that you can change your mindset to make work more enjoyable. So, grab a cup of tea or coffee, take a comfortable seat, and get ready as we go deeper into this topic. Episode number 66: How to Make Work More Enjoyable. And just in case, friends, if you are here for the very first time, you can go to the chat box, say hello to me while I'm streaming live, and I will call out to you. So don't hesitate, interact with me. This is a live streaming from my base in Bratislava, Slovakia, in the heart of Europe. But wherever in the world you are, if you have got an internet, if you have got connectivity, and if you happen to be online, connect with me, and I will be more than happy to connect back with you. So without much ado, let's get into the topic. I see a good friend of mine, Peter Bordage. He says, I'm looking sharp and handsome today. Yes, I'm talking about enjoying the things that I do. And this topic is pertaining to the fact that I have to lead from the front. Good. So, friends, as usual, you know that I love to pick up certain quotes from certain people connected to this topic. And today I have chosen Dale Carnegie. He says that people rarely succeed unless they are having fun in what they are doing. Now, he has connected success to enjoying work. Think about it. Now, when you're talking about fun, we're just not talking about fun as fun. We're talking about joy. We're talking about enjoyment. We are talking about fulfillment. And most importantly, we are talking about happiness. There's one thing I know, that in order to change your life, you have to change yourself. And to change yourself, you need to change your mindset. So when the word happiness comes, there are various people talking about various ways they look at happiness. But here, I would like to bring to your notice something in the book of The How of Happiness, written by Sonia Lubomirsky. And for your watching pleasure, I've decided to show you a small chat. Have a look at this. Happiness? What is it? In the book The How of Happiness, the author says that 50% of our happiness is related to genetics that cannot be controlled. 10% of the way we feel happy is concerning our circumstances. And I do understand these circumstances could be having a big wide range from not good to extreme difficulties. On the other side, it could be good in the other way. So 50%, almost half seems to be inherited, and there is not much that we could do about it. But what we can do is that 40%, which is concerned about the internal state of mind, which is connected to our thoughts, to our actions, to our control. It's talking about optimism. It talks about a positive attitude. It talks about a spirit of gratitude. And it talks about good relationships. So let's talk about that if we want to be happy, assuming that 10% of our happiness is related to circumstances and 50% is related to genetics, which is basically connected with gene 5, HTT, serotonin. You can go into the details of it on the internet, and you will find out that whatever I'm showing you has an element of truth out there. Let's focus on the 40%. Now, in case you do have that gene, okay, and suddenly you find out that your approach to life totally changes. And we do have that gene. If it's not 50%, it's some amount of percentage, and add that to the 40%, and suddenly you are halfway happy in life rather than sulking and rather than looking at like life through the eyes of a pessimist. Think about it, friends. Happiness and unhappiness in work or in life results entirely from the rules in your head that you use to perceive the world and evaluate events. Now, it is those rules that determine what's worth focusing on and how you react to what you focus on. I have said this time and again, many times in my previous episodes, is that what you focus on matters. Whatever you focus on, your energy will flow there. Many people I know have rules that make it very difficult for them to be happy, and easily they get worked up with certain things around them and they live a miserable life. And they then tend to name and play the blame game all over the place. So my next question is, what mindset shifts are needed to enjoy work that's going to constitute roughly around 70% of our lives, assuming that we have got a lifespan of 80 years, which is not true. But let's think positive. So let's have a closer look at 7 ways how we could enjoy our work. So if you are on the call and if you want to connect with me or if you want to add on to whatever I'm talking about, please go ahead and I would be more than happy to read your comments. So let's talk about what are the 7 ways or what are the 7 small steps or the small tiny choices concerning your mindset shift that you could do in order to make work more enjoyable. Friends, the first thing I would suggest is be prepared to work with everyone. Not all of us work in isolation or in silos. Our work has got meaning, and when we are talking about work, even to sell, we need to interact with people. Be prepared to work with everyone. Accept that there is diversity. Accept that inclusion is a part and parcel of the world that we live in. Be prepared to work with everyone at work. Now, at work, you will find that there are going to be people who support you. On the other hand, there are also going to be people who tend to irritate you, who tend to get you on your nerves, who tend to take your joy away. So be careful, be aware. So, what am I trying to say? Be open to working with everyone, but at the same time, look out for those individuals, identify them. Who is that one person, or who are the set of people that are causing you frustration, that are coming in your way of enjoying your work, that are taking your joy? And then once you know them, you don't have to detest them. You don't have to be harsh on them. All you have got to do is use your presence of mind and learn to communicate with them differently and in an effective manner. Now, that itself is a skill. You're going to find these people. And I'm sure those that are listening to my call know what I'm talking about. There are people who support you, there are people who encourage you, but on the other side, there are people who irritate you, there are people who bring toxicity into your lives, there are people who want to bring you down. So learn to negotiate and choose a path. Choose the way you communicate with them in a way in which you get your way through and at the same time protect yourself rather than just yield to those people that are waiting to devour you. Having a positive mindset in these circumstances not only improves our communication skills, our resilience, our confidence, but also improves our personal development and growth. Think about it. Over a period of time, you would like to lead teams, you would like to be a team leader, you would like to be a departmental head, you would like to be a divisional head, you would like to be a leader of your organization. How can you possibly lead people if you're not able to go along with them? The second way to bring about this mindset shift is learn to be proactive, learn to take initiative. Life gives you a lot of opportunities. Now, if you want to be fulfilled, you need to make sure that you express yourself and you do what comes naturally to you, and you look out for these opportunities. We should learn the art of grabbing the opportunity whenever it knocks at our doors. Now, if it doesn't, then we should look out for that. We should make an attempt. We should try to take up initiatives and seek out for those opportunities that actually excites us. So, needless to say, it is very important to upskill oneself. This consistent action on yourself and your professional development will also show your drive, your initiative, and your passion. Think about it. Just don't be reactive. If you want something good into your life, take the first step. Be proactive. The third way that I would encourage you for this mindset shift in order to enjoy your work is learn to embrace challenges. Friends, challenges only make you stronger. It brings out the best in you. We all tend to feel overwhelmed. We all tend to feel stretched out when something comes into our comfort zone. Now, here it's up to us to remind ourselves that life is going to be hard. Life is never going to be easy. And it is okay. Why? Because you have all what it takes in order to overcome. Believe me, the universe is not conspiring against you. In fact, if you think deeply and reflect, the universe is for you. It's on your side. It wants you to grow. It wants you to express and expand. So, in a way, it's good to be challenged. It means that our comfort zone is stretching, we are growing, and that our capabilities are growing as well. So, instead of blaming ourselves, we should change our internal dialogue, the internal talk, from why is the work getting hard? What are the reasons that triggers me to get frustrated with work, and move that mindset or shift it to saying it's okay for the work to be hard and I'm equally prepared to overcome it. A change in perspective. With these small but trivial mindset changes, friends, we can achieve many big things in life. Trust me, limitations are always mental and self imposed. We are confined only by the walls we build ourselves. So, firstly, be prepared to work with everyone. Make sure that you identify those people that take your joy away. Learn to be proactive, take initiative, look out for opportunities to grow and develop yourself. And growth is not natural, growth is intentional. Learn to embrace challenges and stretch yourself. The fourth way that I would suggest is be open to feedback. Friends, be open to feedback. Many people I know are scared about feedback. They feel so anxious and stretched. If receiving feedback makes you anxious, then it's time to change your mindset and be open to receiving feedback. Now, I know feedback comes in various forms. There could be positive feedback, there could be critical feedback. there could be negative feedback, there could be somebody jealous, there could be somebody that tries to pull you down, or there are certain people that just don't give positive feedback in terms of encouragement. But nevertheless, be open to receiving feedback and pick up what's true, where there is an opportunity for you to grow. The ability to receive feedback itself, friends, is a skill. And thus, it takes time, it takes courage, and it takes openness in order to grow. We should learn the art of reflecting on the feedback as and when we receive it and find out. Ask yourself this question: did I give myself fully into this task, into this operation, into this endeavor? And what is it that I could do to make it even better or to get better? Instead of seeing it just as a negative feedback, start looking at it as constructive criticism and see how it can help us improve to do better. And who does not like getting better? I, for one, love this thing called continuous improvement, getting better and better each day, slowly, one day at a time. And when you get better, friends, you have the fifth way: celebrate those little wins. We all try to look for something big to celebrate in life. Instead, intentionally, we should change our mindset to celebrate the small accomplishments that we normally get to boost ourselves to work more efficiently. Try to get a little happiness boost by talking about these little wins with your friends, with your families, with your colleagues, or if you're maintaining a journal, which I highly recommend, write them down somewhere visible and give yourself a pat in the back and journal somewhere so that you could see and say, hey, listen, I'm growing. I started from here. Now I'm slowly getting better. I'm stretching myself. I'm expressing myself. I'm working with people. I'm taking an initiative. I'm getting proactive. And hey, listen, I'm enjoying myself. Now, friends, definitely failure is going to be around the corner. You're bound to make mistakes. As I've said before, human beings are perfectly made imperfect. Learn from your mistakes. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. You don't lose if you learn from your failures. All of us know that there is a saying that there are no mistakes, it's only lessons. That's just the way you see it. The workplace is full of lessons. And in fact, any project, you can learn a lot. And all of us can learn from the things that we do. Now, if we leave it unnoticed, I'm talking about mistakes, then we may end up making the same mistake over and over again. So instead of dwelling on the mistake, we should take time to reflect and take lessons from it. If possible, rectify those mistakes, fix those mistakes, and put up a system in place to prevent making it again in the future. So that's how you get involved. That's how you grow. That's how you start enjoying the things that you do. Finally, friends, one thing for sure is stop competing with others. It is scientifically proven that people naturally judge themselves in comparison to others. It's in us. This is called the social comparison theory. Now, let me put this into perspective. A little friendly competitiveness or competition can be motivating, but at the same time, it can also be stressful. Social comparison is well known to cause many negative emotions, including dissatisfaction, a feeling of inadequacy, and guilt. So be aware of that. Stop judging your skills and your achievement against your colleagues. You are good enough and you can only get better. Stop comparing yourself with your peers on any social platform. Instead, set meaningful goals for yourself and hold yourself responsible and accountable to them while celebrating those small wins, while celebrating that little progress every step along the way. Think about it. Be prepared to work with everyone. Learn to take initiatives and grab an opportunity. Learn to embrace changes and stretch yourself, express yourself and grow. Be open to feedback. Celebrate little wins. Learn from your mistakes and stop comparing or competing with others. Now, in the midst of all these things, I see that appreciation of what you have, gratitude, is also very important. Now, if you look at the situation at the times that we live in, many people in the world have lost their jobs since the pandemic. Friends, if you have got a job, be grateful for that. Instead of complaining about little things at work that annoy you, be grateful for the fact that you are still at work and you have an income coming, taking care of your expenses. Feel happy that you have a steady job that helps you pay your bills at the end of each month. The less you complain, friends, the more you enjoy life and work. So, finally, as I close this episode, I would like you to know by sharing this quote from Marcus Aurelius. He said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." I repeat, you have power over your own mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. In summary, friends, I firmly believe that in work and in life, you can choose to be happy. To be happy at work, to enjoy work, you need to change the tiny choices that you make on a daily basis. And to do this, you must shift your mindset. If you have a positive mindset, you will make more positive choices. You will choose focus over distraction. You will choose determination over lack of motivation. It's a choice. Now, these choices will quickly compound, skyrocketing your success and thus your happiness in life, at work, and in your career. As I sum this episode up, I hope that these simple mindset shifts will inspire you to choose joy and happiness for yourself at work. Implementing these shifts will cultivate a positive growth mindset. This mindset will lead you to make more small positive choices in your daily work. Friends, thanks so much for watching. As you can see on the screen, my second book is up for sale. It's on Amazon, it's on Kindle, it's on Barnes and Nobles. It's a book about navigating difficult times. A powerful book of 11 true life stories where people have gone through difficult situations, have gone through storms, and in the midst of storms, they have grown and come to the other side to tell their stories of seeing a rainbow. So the human spirit is very resilient. So if you need a book to read at this time, towards the end of the year, so that you could take a few days off over Christmas and over the New Year and start the New Year fresh, this is a great read. I encourage you to have a look on the internet for this book. Friends, you will find the reference of what has been said in today's episode at the end of this talk. Feel free to use them further for your growth and development. And if you would like this episode, please comment and share. Also, you could go to my YouTube channel where you have got all the 65 episodes that has been live streamed before. You will find it there on my YouTube channel. And if you like it, please subscribe to it. There you will find this video as well as many other videos. Remember, friends, the win is always within you. I, Owen Fernandez, am here to help you be victorious. I believe in you, and together we can. So stay safe. See you on the next episode next week on Tea Time with Owen. Bye for now.